Hi guys, I've been meaning to do this vlog for a while now, probably almost 8 months. It's basically about just how meditation helped me during my child labour with Axel. So my child labour was over 30 hours, and that's not from when my water broke, that's from when the contractions started becoming 10 minutes regular, consistently every 10 minutes. I didn't take any prenatal classes because I'm in Taiwan and I didn't think that, there's any sort of English kind of services available for that. But yeah, I knew that meditation would play a huge part in me dealing with pain and generally the whole experience of child labour, so I wanted to be prepared. And some of you might know that in Thailand I did 2 Vipassana courses. So each course is like 11 days of silent meditation, up in the hills in the countryside, beautiful. You can watch my vlogs on that. And I guess when people think of meditation in general, I can't speak for all kinds of meditation because Vipassana is just one kind of the many. But many people think meditation is more just about staying present, of course, and not thinking too much about the past or the future. You just think about the now. But when I thought of meditation, I didn't realize that it would have such an obvious link to physical pain until I actually did these Vipassana courses, because it was only through these courses that I discovered just how uncomfortable it is to sit in a cross-legged position for hours without moving. Because I think if you tend to practice at home, or you're starting out at home, you might sit there for a while, and then if you start becoming uncomfortable physically, you might then say, okay, I'm done for today. My legs are getting a bit tired now, my back's starting to hurt. I'm gonna, finish my meditation session and carry on with my day, which is fine. But I now realize that to me was one of the major parts of the meditation course, was trying to conquer this pain and to work through this pain. So I would say that if you are practicing meditation at home, set a period of time and stick with it. No matter how much pain you're in, you must stick with it, and you must really try not to move. Because people say, meditation shouldn't be painful as such, but that's because you use meditation to deal with any discomforts on a physical level by becoming present. And that sort of sounds like A plus B equals ZYX. It's really hard to find the link, but that's why you should go and do a Vipassana course, because I'm certainly not qualified to try and explain all of it to you here. But yeah, I found that the Vipassana meditation that I learned really did help me a lot during my meditation, and pretty much for the whole time, the whole 30 hours, I don't think I really screamed or made any noise. And sometimes I was so quiet that, there was, when we eventually went to the hospital and stayed there, just to wait out the labour, my partner at one point, he was saying, "Are you okay? You haven't made any noise, or you haven't squeezed my hand for so long. Have you not had a contraction for the last 10 minutes?" And I said, "No, I've been having contractions every few minutes, but I didn't even need to squeeze his hand." That's how kind of focused I was at that point of time. And yeah, it was such an amazing time. I don't want it to sound really cheesy, like, giving birth was such a spiritual, wonderful thing, and, probably half the women out there are just like, shut up, you're such a liar. But to me, it was, even the painful parts, especially towards the end, it was very, very painful, just mostly because I didn't know what was going on. My Chinese is not a great level, my Mandarin is not a great level, and they didn't really explain to me in so much that I could understand anyway. And I was dilating so slowly that after 30 hours I was still only at 7 centimeters, so they basically decided to go in and manually dilate me, whether it was because they were getting tired of waiting too, or because it was for the safety of the baby. I'm not too sure. But because I didn't know what they were doing, they just went in there and I was just like, ah. So that kind of caught me off guard. And then once you let the pain rush in and you acknowledge that pain, not just acknowledging it, but once you let it into your whole mind and you let it penetrate your whole body, and then panic sets in because you're feeling this amazing pain, then it's much harder to get back to becoming present and much harder to focus again. Oh, Axel's awake. One moment. Axel. Oh, Axel. Axel. Oh, Axel. Oh, I just woke up from a nap. So where was I? Oh, honey, okay. He doesn't look very happy. He's like this when he just wakes up. Okay, honey. Who's that then? Who's that then? So yeah, I mean, it's incredible to believe now. I know that if you're a parent, you will feel I know you'll be the same. I mean, just the day that you give birth is so surreal. It's so surreal. And I don't think it ever becomes real, really, you know? I don't think it ever becomes like, oh yeah, I know what was going on. It still always feels like a dream. And yeah, when this little one came out, he looked pretty alien-like and like an old man, and he's just changed so much. And yeah, I'm sorry, I've lost my chain of thought now. But basically what I was saying was, I think that meditation is one of the best ways to prep for child labor. It made it so much easier for me. So much easier. And you should do whatever it takes to feel comfortable, really, because it's your labor, and it's maybe only once in your lifetime or a few times in your life, and for sure it's the most important days of your life. Isn't it, Axel? Isn't it? Isn't it, hey? So yeah, that's my advice for anyone expecting out there. I would say don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's the most amazing thing in the world, and you're privileged enough to experience this. You know, I kind of feel sorry for men because they don't get to experience such an awesome thing. Child labor is awesome. There's no other way. There's no other way to explain it. And if you learn how to stay present via meditation, even if it's not 100%, it's still many times better than it would have been if you didn't do any meditation. You know, if you let the pain in straight from the beginning, boy, it's gonna be a long labor, and yeah, it's gonna hurt, and it might not be the amazing, you know, memory that you want it to be. And you want it to be the most amazing memory because it really is, you know. Hey, you trying to take Mummy's limelight? Mummy's trying to talk to the camera, isn't it? Isn't it? So, anyway, I better sign off now, otherwise I'll just be talking to my baby to the camera. I wish I could be doing another Vipassana course soon, but of course I don't see that happening anytime in the near future. I mean, leaving this one for 10 days, just not going to happen. So, just got to try and remain present in your everyday life, which is so much of a challenge already, and there's so much work to be done on that point. Especially, you know, all these points that you need to work on really get highlighted when you have a child. You know, with patience with your partner, patience with your child, patience with yourself when your body is physically fatigued. All of this is a great way, and it's a great chance to learn and progress along our journey. So I wish you guys the best of luck, and if there's one thing, one message, childbirth is awesome, and Vipassana or any forms of meditation, please give it a try. Give it a try, huh? Alright, signing off now. Mwah. Kiss, kiss, Axel. Puss, puss. Okay. Alright, bye.